All right. We are at March the 7th. March 7th. Crazy. So we're a week into our month, which is awesome, which means we have lots of time left to do whatever it is that you are setting out for this month. And before we get into the call, a couple of things. So Super Saturday is April the 8th. And I know it seems like, well, it's a month away, but you're going to blink and it's going to be here. So be sure, you guys, to get to an event. Events are so important and crucial in this business, to be around like-minded people and other coaches and get motivation and training from other coaches. So be sure to go to an event. If there's not an event near you, create an event. We have usually a big Super Saturday in Atlanta, like big, like hundreds and hundreds of people. And this time, for some reason, I think the venue we usually go to is it's around Easter. So for some reason, we're not having one. So Jen and I are creating one at my house. So anybody in the Atlanta area, will come to my house. So creating it, create your own. If it's not there, build it and they'll come, right? So get to that if you can at all possible. I'm telling you, it's so crucial to do that. And I see Crystal on, our newest coach on the team, girlfriend. Welcome to the team call, Crystal. So anyway, very excited about a couple things with tonight. I usually try to post what's everybody wanting for our team call, what's everybody needing, and usually you guys are all in the same direction. So I'm going to do some screen shares, and I'm also going to share a kind of a quick video towards the end. I was supposed to go to the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing event this past weekend, which was in Las Vegas. And I did not go because I've been away so much from my husband. I love him and I don't want him to think that I don't. So I said, let me buy a live stream ticket. I had already purchased a ticket, so what I did was converted the ticket to a live stream, which is really cool. So I actually got to be kind of at the event, and I have the event for the next month. So I wanted to share one of the speakers, and it was really powerful. And Jen, I know you love her. Her name's Susan Sly. She had some really cool things to say on our topic for tonight. So, okay, so what else do we have before Super Saturday? What else? Pretty much it, right? Okay. All right. So what do coaches do to have success in this business? And they do it like quite often or every day, right? We know the vital behaviors. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But I am going to show you guys something that was really cool that someone on the wall shared about the kind of, depending on where you are in your coaching journey, kind of what you should be doing on a daily sort of basis. So make sure lines are muted just so that, because I'm going to do a screen share and I don't want to hear background for a few minutes. All right. Okay. Screen share. Downloads. Okay, this is really cool in my opinion. One of the 5-star coaches created this document, or this thing right here, which shows gradual growth steps through coaching. So if you're a brand new coach, this is rank as a coach right here. This is kind of like the leadership ladder. This is basically every day you should be sharing your journey on social media. You should obviously stay connected with the team with calls and the team page. Obviously, you guys are on this call, so you do that. Transformation progress, so it's sharing your transformation with your social media. Be a rock star in your challenge group. So as a coach, our bread and butter are our challenge groups. We know that. So hopefully you are at least having one challenge group per month. And if you are, you need to be the rock star in your challenge group, meaning you post every day, you're super present and that sort of thing. So being a rock star in your challenge group so that people will follow your lead. Also daily, you obviously want to do your personal development. We know how key that is. It's definitely something that if you don't do, you're going to notice it in your business. Drinking your shake every day and somehow sharing that within your groups or social media in fun ways, without being redundant. Pushing play every day, meaning you get your workout in. So a lot of this stuff is actually being a challenger, right? So when you're first starting out, just forward progress in your fitness as a coach. So as you move forward in your business, you want to do the same things. You want to push play, obviously, every single day. Share social media, your shake, personal development, be a rock star in your challenge group, stay connected with the team, with calls, share your journey on social media daily. So not necessarily, it doesn't have to be all about your fitness, but it can be your coaching business or anything in your life. So you're basically having like a daily diary with your social media about you, your life, 80% of your life, 20% of your business, and Beachbody. Inviting people to your journey, to join your journey and your challenge group with you, right? So when you're paying it forward in this business, you obviously want people to join you, so you actually have to invite them. That's via personal message, text, phone call, however you connect with people, make sure you're inviting them daily. Have something that you're inviting to every single day, whether it's a challenge group, a free group, whether it's a coach sneak peek, that was another thing. Sorry, we have our coach sneak peek starting Monday. So I'm going to actually create the event tomorrow. So start inviting people to that for people who you want to be on your dream team, right? So invite to that. So always inviting to something. And that's something you're going to want to do every day. I know it's painful. It's something that not everybody wants to do. But if you're wanting to grow your business, you have to invite daily to a challenge group or anything that we have going on. So getting one person started with the tools success, meaning like a new coach, a new challenger, and also getting your challengers results through challenge groups and accountability, right? So these are things, it seems basic. It is, but we kind of get lost sometimes in what we're supposed to be doing as coaches. And these are the things that we should be doing. So as a business starter, so you're moving forward, you're a business starter, you're one who's wanting to actually create a business of legacy, of income, of paying it forward with health and fitness and this amazing opportunity. So again, you're going to start back with pushing play every day, drinking your shake, personal development, rock star in your challenge group, staying connected with the team, sharing your journey, posting 3 times per day. Again, 80-20. 80% of your life, 20% of your business, inviting people daily, consistent with power hours, meaning you've set your business hours, you know when you're going to work, and you get it done every single day. And also hitting Success Club. So a business starter in the leadership ladder, if you're not familiar with, is someone who has hit Success Club, getting 3 people started with health and fitness or as a coach. And then getting challengers results through challenge groups, run monthly challenge groups, and transition successful challengers to coaches, right? So you see here on the leadership ladder, you are a coach, you hit Success Club 5, and you're making at least $100 a month, which if you're building your business, $100 a month is so obtainable, obviously, right? All right, moving along to a team builder. So you've mastered all this other stuff. You're doing all this stuff every single day. And then you do the same thing, so I don't have to go through all of it, right? You see it. Then as a team builder, you help your coaches get one person started out with the tools of success with health and fitness. You help your coaches, mentor your coaches to duplicate all of this stuff, right? And then it goes up to the team leader, which is doing all of the same stuff, walking coaches through these basic steps to develop business starters and team builders and above. And as a team leader, you host team calls and trainings. You share vision, professional development, additional business hours, practice, and consistency and patience. So anyway, I liked this because it basically breaks it down. This is stuff we do every day, right? But do we do it every day? And if you do it every day, you will have success. You will have lots of success. If you don't, then you're not going to move forward. So you want to make sure you're staying within these, these categories of the vital behaviors every single day, doing your workout, your shake, your personal development, helping your challenger, staying connected, sharing on social media your journey in your life, and continue to do this every single day. All right, so now I can't see where to go out. Is it right here? Yeah, okay. So, and then she broke it down into the same sort of things. And I'm going to share this in our team page. It's basically sharing, as first starting out, this is stuff you want to do. You want to make sure you do this stuff every day. And then the weekly stuff as a starter and so forth, right? So this isn't rocket science. We know if you've been around for a while what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. And also, seriously, it's a matter of tracking it. And there was another the speaker on the live stream that was basically saying that she has her team document basically the business activity tracker. For those of you who know what that is, keeping track of the daily activity, what you do, and at the end of the week you can look back and say, yeah, I did the vital behaviors Monday, Tuesday, all the way through Sunday. I did them. So if you continue to do those and you track them and you see that you're actually doing it over time, just like the compound effect, things happen. Things take place in your business. Things move forward. And the consistency and the compound effect of doing those things and tracking them, because it's easy to say, yeah, I did work today. And then you think about what you actually did, and it might have been like just scrolling through Facebook and liking some stuff and commenting and that sort of thing. But I think it's really important to make sure you're doing the vitals and doing the things that may seem insignificant at the time. You may think, yeah, I did it for a few days, nothing happened, right? But if you do it every single day over a course of whatever, seriously, then things will start to happen. So we're 15 minutes in, and you guys, I want to share this video with you. And this is another thing that I feel like if we do as coaches, that it's pretty powerful. So I'm going to share this video. And again, like, I paid for this ticket. Eric Worre said you can't have multiple people log on. Otherwise, I'd say, you guys just log into my ticket and you can watch the whole thing. You can't do that. I mean, I don't want to break the law or whatever. So he said you can share the video with your team if you're all together. Again, it's literally, the event was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all day, with just a few breaks for lunch and dinner and stuff like that. So there was so much content, but there was this one that really stood out. And over the next few weeks, I'll continue to share different videos while we have our team calls, just because, this event literally was $1 million earners plus sharing their best tips on stage just because, right? They weren't getting paid to do it. They were just sharing their stuff and just sharing their network marketing tips on how they've had massive, massive, massive success. So, all right. Here we go. I'm going to share the video. It is right there. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Kind of blurry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's
give Kirsten another massive round of applause. She was amazing. She has 5 boys. That's a lot of testosterone, I'll tell you. So the mayor of Las Vegas and his wife, they were attending a very formal cocktail party, and in they walk, and they're doing the rounds and everything, and suddenly the mayor says to his wife, "Isn't that your ex-boyfriend, that waiter over there?" She's like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, it's a good thing you didn't marry him, or you'd be married to a waiter." And she goes, "Honey, if I'd married him, he'd be the mayor of Las Vegas." I've been waiting for months to tell that joke, let me say. So I have a question. If you have earned 6 figures or more in 2016 in network marketing, stand up right now. Just stand up, please. 6 figures or more. Let's give these guys a huge round of applause. Awesome. Stay standing. Stay standing. If it took more than 1 follow-up for you to join, stay standing. More than 2, more than 3, more than 4, more than 5, more than 6, more than 7, more than 8, more than 9, more than 10. All right, you guys get the idea. Thank you. Have a seat. Every single one of you has people on your list who are capable of becoming 6 or 7 figure earners. But if you're in hiding and you're shrinking from following up, as Kirsten talked about, you're never going to change the lives that you were destined to change. You cannot put your ego into the equation. And Wayne Dyer, while he was still alive, he was a friend of mine, he used to say, ego stands for edging God out. At the end of the day, my friends, I can promise you it took 21 times to get me into network marketing, 21 phone calls. And I thank God every day that someone was so persistent that they would call me, even though I was rude, even though I was broken, even though I was angry, continuing to follow up. Yeah. And so with that, it's my honor and privilege. I want to share a few things just with regard to following up and handling objections like a pro, right? So we go to an event like the most powerful women, like Gloria Mayfield Biggs as the most powerful women in network marketing. We go to this event and we're all fired up. We're excited. We're bulletproof. And we're like, yeah, I'm going to start calling some people on my list. Like I just have PC people. Pulse and credit card, it's like, let's go, let's call them, right? And you start making those calls and, oh my gosh, what was that script I was supposed to say? And oh my gosh, what was I supposed to do? And your perfectionism kicks in and then people start to challenge you. And then you're like, oh my gosh, network marketing isn't for me. I'm just going to go back to my career. How many of you, and let's be honest, for my time on the stage, I always guarantee, and I was talking to Marina and Eric backstage, I will always be raw and real, and I am never going to sugarcoat it for you. How many of you, including the 6 and my fellow 7-figure earners, have ever wanted to quit? Raise your hand. Yeah. And those of you who didn't are liars. We all have wall-kicking moments. We do. And write this down, please. Leadership is forged in the flame of challenge. Leadership is forged in the flame of challenge. And in network marketing, to be great, to achieve anything, my friends, you cannot go around, you have to go through. And going through is painful. You are going to face rejection. You are going to face questions. You are going to face people who are asking you, what is it you're doing? And you've got to be bulletproof. And I love what Rita Davenport says, which is this. The most important person we have to recruit every day is ourselves. And I actually have a Post-it on my bathroom mirror that says, Susan, would you sign up with you today? Because if I can't recruit me, and I have been full-time in this blessed industry for over 11 years. If I cannot recruit myself, I can't recruit anyone else because I refuse to go out there and be schmarmy and inauthentic. We've got to recruit ourselves first each and every day. But let's talk about some real numbers. So 65% of people who are requesting information, like Kirsten talked about. They're in your Facebook groups. They've said, oh, that sounds interesting. 65% of them are not going to purchase for at least 3 months. That's a real stat. And 20% of them are going to take 12 months or more. We talk about the people who were living in their car or were an addict or they, I was homeless at one point, and we talk about all of these stories. But I'll tell you something. I know some of you have people like that on your list, and you're not following up because you've told yourself a story. They don't have the money. They're not going to be interested. If you genuinely care about people, you will follow up and follow up and follow up as long as it takes. The professionals in this audience never, ever, ever take people off their list because things change. Write this down. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person at the right time. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person at the right time. 70% of purchasing decisions come from a desire to solve a problem. So we need to get to a person's point of pain. And Kirsten and I, when we were preparing our training, what we talked about is you're not just recruiting new people into your team. Some of you need to recruit in your team. Some of the people you've already recruited and their people and so on and so on and so on, they have points of pain. And you're wondering, why don't they go to an event? Why don't they rank advance? When was the last time you picked up the phone and you spent 20 minutes talking to someone about their pain? Lisa Grossman says, everyone walks around with these signs, just love me. And it doesn't matter how together someone looks on the outside. We all have pain. We all have pain, each and every one of us. People will move toward pleasure, but more so away from pain. So when you're following up and people are, I get people all the time, oh, no one's signing up with me. And I'm like, do you know their pain? Because if you don't have any points of leverage. 80% of sales require 5 follow-ups. So last night, I was in my hotel room and I decided I was going to watch some television. And there I am, and I've got the television on, and I'm clicking the remote, and nothing's happening. There's no sound. The television's not moving. I'm like, what the heck? So I do all the stuff, like I turn it off and I turn it on, right? I did that. And then I go around to the back of the television. I'm like, turn it off, turn it on. And I was raised by a single dad. Any single parents in the room? Shouts out to you guys. So I was raised by a single dad. My dad taught me, is like, before you ask for help, try and fix it yourself. So there I am clicking and I'm unplugging. And finally I'm like, I'm just calling maintenance. So the maintenance guy comes up. His name was Chris. And I said, Chris, I'm sure it's on me. I'm doing something wrong. And he looks at me and he takes the remote and he starts clicking the volume. Click, 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 click. And I still don't hear anything. Click, 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 click. And it gets to the end of the volume bar and click, 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 click. And suddenly the sound comes on. And he looked at me and he said, sometimes the end is not the end. I was like, dang, that was like some wisdom right there in my hotel room. Some television wisdom. It's better than Dr. Phil. And the people on your list, the people on your team, the end is not the end. The end is not the end. So in our time together, I want you to become strong. I want you to remember the divine creation you are. I want you to understand that just because someone is giving you objections or your team member is saying, I can't afford to come to the event, or whatever it is they're saying, not to take it personally and become bulletproof. So on the count of 3, what I want you to do is go 1, 2, 3, pow, but don't punch anyone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, pow. Yeah. Oh. I wore the wrong outfit for this training, I gotta tell you. So we're gonna accomplish a few things. So number 1, I'm gonna give you some of my favorite NLP, neuro-linguistic programming phrases that you can use. I'm gonna give you 4 of those. You can screenshot them for your next objections, including for your new prospects and people in your team. Then we're going to work on just getting you into a peak state, because every single day, Tony Robbins talks about this, you've got to be fired up. Enthusiasm dictates momentum. I do not believe we can fake it until we make it. That kind of stuff gives our profession a really bad name. There is no faking it. It's just you being you. It's you being real. And you look at me and it's like, oh, you see this woman, this 7-figure earner, this author, CNN, blah, 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 blah. This is my family. These are my kids. This is my daughter, Maggie. She just had a baby. I'm a grandma, but if you call me grandma, I will hurt you because I'm not your grandma. I'm just saying. You see all of this, but what you don't see is me at 200 pounds, me in an abusive relationship when I was 19, leaving home at 15, sleeping on people's sofas, putting myself through college, doing a 4-year degree in 3 years and finishing school. You don't see the point that I was in my life 3 years into a diagnosis of progressive multiple sclerosis, where I was told I would be in a wheelchair in 10 years and dead in 20. And that was 17 years ago. You don't see, thank you. You don't see the dream that God put in my heart that I would do things like come top 10 in the Ironman, run the Boston Marathon, that day when I ran the marathon and witnessed the bombing. You don't see all of that. You only see, Natalie Cole said, we only see the glory, we don't know the story. You don't know how many times I threw the damn phone because I was so upset. One time someone gave me an objection, I threw the phone, and my little sweet son, AJ, who is autistic, he said, "Mommy, why are you so sad?" And I said, "Someone said no to me." And he said, "Let's go get a new phone." And you don't see it. Every master was once a disaster. We've heard that. Some of you are playing so small. And the skit Kirsten and I did, one of the things I said to her is, I was like, you know what? We buy people's objections. Some of you are believing the objections of your team and your prospects. You come to this event, you're like, yeah, network marketing, I love it. And you come back and you start listening to the people who don't know what they're talking about. They're not educated, and you believe their propaganda. Write this down. Do not let someone else's procrastination become your chaos. Do not let someone else's procrastination become your chaos. Right now in America, there are 20 million people participating in network marketing. We don't need to recruit other people's people. We need to go out there and introduce people to this profession. We need to liberate people with what we have. And the only way, thank you, the only way you're going to do that is to get your armor on. And it comes with repetition. So the first script I want to give you is called the either or script. And we can use it for a lot of things. It doesn't matter what company you're in. And when I'm teaching this stuff, you can even use it with your kids. So one of the things is you've talked to a person and they're kind of coming up with the price objection. They're coming up with the time objection. And it's time for you to get raw and real. And you say something like this. Either you can keep on going the way you're going. And girlfriend, you've been complaining about your life. You've been complaining about your finances. You've been complaining about everything. Or you can go ahead and get started, give this a try, and change your future. Either or, okay? Either or. Hey, I'll take the applause. Thank you. I wrote these, I was praying and meditating on that. I wrote these for you so you guys can have these, okay? Just click and use them. Another either or. How many of you have ever struggled to get your team to come to an event? Okay? How many of you wanted more people at this event? All right, so here's the thing. Here's another either or. So let's say Todd Falcone, who is over there, and I love Todd. He's like my brother. So I might say, let's say Todd is going, well, I can't go to the event. Blah, blah, blah. And I could say something like this: Todd, you joined because you wanted to make a change in your life. And so far, you've been doing this for 12 months. And my friend, you have not been coachable. I love you. I have given you systems. I have given you the world. And I'm just going to get raw and real because you gave me permission to be your mentor. Either you can keep on going the way you're going, or you can open your calendar right now and you can schedule that time in November to come to GoPro. I will figure out a way with you, travel plans. I will speak to Carla if I have to. We are going to do this together. What do you say? That's how you get your people to go to an event. That's how you prospect in your own team. Now, this is a great one. I wish I had a video of this of you all like bring your phones up at the same time. That's awesome. So this is one of my favorite ones, and and this is great to use with someone who's very type A, and I use this a lot on three-way phone calls. I use it in my own team. I use it when I'm out and about prospecting and I meet some incredible people, and it begins with this: people like us. So I might say something like this: Cindy, women like us, we are always on the go. We're go-getters. We're moms. We love our families. We want the best for our families. And that's why I want you to consider this, because you're a woman who strives for excellence. And this is an amazing way for you to take results to the entire level that you haven't even fathomed yet. And so the what if I can show you, Eric writes about this in the book. What if I can show you a way? People like us, what if I can show you? Now let's talk about your team, someone who's not rank advancing. And maybe, how many of you have ever had that bright spark? They come into your team and they're all like fired up and they're like, I'm gonna max out your team. You don't need to recruit anyone else. I'm just gonna max it out. And then suddenly they're in the witness protection program. You can't find them. Anyone ever have those people, right? So what you do with them is oftentimes their ego gets in the way, and maybe they're used to achieving, but they aren't used to taking the knocks, right? So you say to them, you call them up and you make that time and you say, look, people like us, we want more in our lives. Emily, people like us, we love to achieve. We love to strive. We love to grow. We love to be on stages and podiums. And now I'm going to combine it with the first one. And I see such greatness in you. And either you can keep on going the way you're going and play small, or I can mentor you and work with you. And at the next event, I will be the one in the audience crying as you walk across the stage, getting every award this company has, right? If this is good, say it's good. All right. Now, how many of you have ever had people who seem really smart and ask questions and you know the questions aren't that smart, right? Like, is your product, is there like 50 double-blind studies on your product? I saw an episode of Dr. Phil and they were talking about this, and, so one of the things you want to do is GTTP with people, get to the point. And so I don't have time to waste. I have 5 kids, as I mentioned, ages 7 to 23. I've got a lot of things going on in my life, and I don't have time to waste convincing people. So what I like to do is this: what questions can I get answered for you in order for you to make a decision to go ahead and get started? I'm forcing the decisions. I'm forcing them to say, okay, these are my questions. Now, what happens if they say, I don't know? Then I'd say, okay, what's your address? Where would you like your products shipped to? What credit card would you like to use? Like, seriously, let's go. Come on. Life is short, right? Another one to do, and I'm here. I leave my family and come here as a labor of love because I love our profession. I don't care what company you're in. I just want to see you all soar, And I know for you, having more people at your events, more people on the calls, all of it. So you could say something like this: what questions can I get answered for you in order for you to clear the time to be on our call every Wednesday at 8:30? Make people decide. That's the business we're in, the decision business. Now, this is an emotional one, and it's the what if. What if is a wonderful NLP phrase. So what if this is exactly what you've been looking for and you don't give it a try? What if this is exactly what you've been praying for and you don't get started? What if this is everything you wanted and we could do amazing things together and you could be great and you could change your family's destiny, and you don't make any changes in your life? One of my favorite things to do on three-way calls is this. So back in the day, I'm done having babies now, thank God. Back in the day, I'd be nursing, right? And I'd have my headset on, and I'd ask someone a question. I'd be like, so tell me, how has your health been for the last 10 years? Like, I'm not even kidding, right? And I mute the phone and they'd be talking. So one of my favorite things to do now, I'm not nursing, but is to get people really talking on calls. And I say something like this, what is your goal? How long have you wanted it? How much money have you spent trying to achieve it? And let me ask you this question. If you don't make a change right now, where is your life going to be in 5 years? Most people, that's a sucker punch to the gut. Where's your life going to be in 5 years? So the last thing I want to share with you is staying in state so you don't freak out, okay? Any of the 6 and 7 figure earners in this room, they just have more experience than you. They've had more conversations. And the goal is not to just check out of your business and go to a retreat and meditate for 50 days and you come back. No, the goal is to be able to, like the Taylor Swift song, like to shake it off after someone gives you that objection or someone says no. So when you're connecting with people, one of the things I like to do before I follow up is make a list of reasons why your product or service could benefit that person. And when I do this, it comes from such love, an amazing place. And, I in all the years I've been doing this, the team size I have, Eric will tell you, Marina will tell you, I'm still recruiting. I average about 1 person a week right now, still to this day. And so before I follow up, I always think, like, let's say I'm going to follow up with Jen, and I think, okay, why would this benefit her? She's always on the go. She's exhausted. She's got a kid in private school, whatever it is. And so when you're coming from that place, as opposed to, I have to make my month-end quota so I can get my bonus, your results are going to change. I promise you. If I could leave you with anything, do that. The next thing is visualize that person making a decision to get started with you. Now, often, guys, just because we visualize something, it doesn't mean it's going to happen like that. And sometimes the things we visualize, thank the Lord, they don't happen like that, right? But yeah, especially here in Vegas, But the big thing is visualizing that person, seeing them on your team. A friend of mine, he and his family have done very well in our profession, and that's one of the things he did. He visualized these 75 people coming into his team, and over the course of 10 years, they all came in. And the last thing would be role playing with your team. Practice with them. Don't just leave this event. Set up a Zoom meeting. Do something. Say, hey, let's role play, guys. Get people comfortable in a safe zone. And I promise you, the more you do this, the more comfortable it's going to be. And then you can be like this, just looking over your organization and like, yeah, I've got this. I really do. Please stand up. Last night when I came in, there was a beautiful woman. I don't know where she is. And many of you who've seen me speak before know I always end my talks with this. And I wasn't going to do this today, but she asked me, and she had tears in her eyes. So I'm going to do it for her. Before my children go to bed every night, and I want to give you all a blessing, because this profession can change lives like nothing else. And my wish for you is you go out there and you remember that divine creation you are. You go out there and you change lives and you do not stop. And on those days you feel like quitting, you just get up and you're like, there's more lives to change. There's more lives. There's more lives. I'm not stopping, and I don't want any of you to stop. I want you all to bloom where you're planted. Stay in the company or grow the company. Maybe the company is going through some challenges, but you're meant to turn it around. You, not anyone else, you. That's what has been given to you. Before my kids go to bed, I say this: you have greatness inside you. You can be, do, and have anything you dream. And then I say to them, what are you? And they say, I'm a winner. So I'm going to ask you, what are you? And then I say, what's your verse? And they say, he who is within me is greater than who is in the world. So what's your verse? He who is within me is greater than he who is in the world. Give 3 people some high fives. Say, I love you. We've got this. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing.
Was she awesome? Yay. And there's so much more. I mean, that was just literally 15 minutes of whole 3 days of completely just crazy, uplifting. I mean, she's a little bit more raw than I am, a little bit more direct, but I love it. So I didn't see, somebody have put something in the chat. Oh, crazy. Just now reading JL's crazy. So what were your takeaways? I'm going to go over mine really quickly. Obviously, the fortune and the follow-up. Literally, really and truly, I mean, today, just today, I've been talking to a girl 2 years maybe to get signed up with the 3-day refresh in Shakeology. Literally, like just checking in with her, just keeping things going. And she finally signed up with it today. 2 years, like seriously. And she sent me a message. She goes, that was like the hardest thing I've done in like my lifetime, signing up for that challenge pack. And I was like, oh, girlfriend, like this is gonna be amazing for you. Like this is, you know, she needs to lose like a lot of weight. And so it was a huge win because again, you can't just not follow up. Like she said, I mean, somebody had to follow up with her like 21 times. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Susan Sly. And she's a 7-figure earner every single year. So, I mean, like, she was like I'm not joining your opportunity, not doing it 21 times before she said yes. So fortune is always in the follow-up. If it's just, you know, the stats of 80% of people, it takes at least 5 follow-ups, right? I can't read my handwriting. Gotta be fired up every single day. Again, seriously, like, who was it that said, oh, I've listened to so much lately. Oh, it was Kim Lima. She's a Beachbody coach. She did a call earlier today. She said before she gets on a call or does a live video on Facebook or gets to where she's inviting people, she like jumps up and down for like 5 minutes and is like, wah! Like getting excited because like Tony Robbins makes you do when you go to his event. You have to jump up and down and like be really excited for like 5 minutes, and then when you're done, you're like, oh, I just feel so good. So that's basically what she does before she goes live or is messaging people to invite them or whatever, just being really, really fired up every single day about what we have. And then like Susan said, when you're talking to people, not so much about, oh, well, I need to hit my numbers for the month. It's more of, why would this benefit someone, right? Why would this benefit the person I'm talking to? You know, they are tired, they're sluggish, they need to lose weight, they have diabetes, they have cholesterol issues, they need an opportunity where they need income, they want to stay at home with their kids, whatever it is, go into conversations. How would this benefit? Why would this benefit, you know, this person I'm talking to, and remove yourself from it. And that's where things change tremendously, right? And we can practice later the role playing, she said at the end. But I want to hear your feedback, what you thought about what she had to say, what your takeaways were, because she had a lot of good points. So if anybody wants to share. And we've kept Crystal on this whole time. I'm so excited. Okay, so I have to brag on Crystal. Number one, for getting on the call. She's brand new. I didn't even say, hey, you need to get on. She got on. She actually took notes from the National Wake Up Call yesterday and posted it in our training. She's just ready to go. She's already posting on social media, and literally it's funny. You're probably gonna be mad at me for calling you out. When I announced her to the team, I was like, I don't have I don't see many photos of you on Facebook. Can you send me a photo of you that I can introduce you to the team? She's like, yeah, I don't have any pictures of myself.
That is so true. I have realized I don't like taking selfies. It is so not my thing. There's a reason why there's not that many pictures.
Oh, but you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
It's so uncomfortable.
Well, it's uncomfortable what you've done in the past 2 days.
So uncomfortable.
You're day 2 of Hammer and Chisel, and you've posted twice about your workouts and had awesome feedback. So even though it's uncomfortable, don't worry about it. Like, you'll get better at it. You'll get more comfortable with it. But the whole fact is that you're stepping out from your comfort zone in the very beginning of your business. So that's awesome. So I just wanted to commend you for that. And so congratulations. And I'm excited for you because you're going to kick booty. All right. Anybody else have anything? Did y'all, I know normally we talk more and it's not normally somebody else's video, but did y'all get any value out of it? Enjoy it? Okay. I see some thumbs up and some continue to follow people. Yes. And actually, after listening to it again, I have people in my mind who I know that I've talked to before, who I know would be rock stars in the business, number one, and could use this as far as fitness too, that been told no too many times, but it's okay. That's right. Just because you get rejections doesn't mean it's the end. Awesome. Anybody else have anything before we hang up? Got a lot of people on tonight. Usually it's a guest speaker that gets you guys on. Like, I know some of you are consistently always on, but.
I'm hungry.
I hear ya. I'm hungry too.
I've literally been texting with my sister. She asked me about the shakes and the program that I'm doing. And she's like, it's too expensive. I'm like, even my own sister's turning me down.
Oh, yeah, that happens. It takes time. I think our family is usually the hardest beginning.
Yeah. She'll come around.
Oh, yeah, she will.
Hey, where's Shirley?
Hi. So I'm guessing he can see us. He can see us, but we can't. Okay, so before we hang up, Jen, do you want to put your Jen Maxwell? Do you want to put your picture on? Crystal, do you know how to put your picture on?
No.
Okay, are you on the computer?
Yes.
Okay, so on the left-hand side here, there's a stop video or a start video.
Okay, yes.
Click on that right here. There you go. Yay. Okay, so now we see Jen and Linda. I see you got believe. That's good.
Yay.
All right, so on 3, we'll take our picture. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you guys for getting on, and I hope you enjoyed it. This one should record. It should take. Last week I had actually recorded another team training, and because it was already on my desktop for some reason, it got rid of video, so I apologize for recording. But anyway, regardless, thank you guys for showing up tonight. I appreciate you so much, and have an amazing rest of the week. And that's it. Love you.
Thank you.